Hello and welcome to WHIP Radio's coverage of Division I men's soccer. I'm Patty Heckert, joined alongside by Jake Holzhauer, and today we got a matchup here at the Temple Sports Complex between the Temple Owls and FIU Panthers. Jake, last season this wasn't as pretty as a matchup for the Owls than it is this year. FIU came out on the day with a 5-1 win against Temple, and this season it's a little bit different for FIU. Last season finished with a 10-5-4 record, and now coming in towards their last road game of the year with a record of 4-5-4. What can you tell me about this FIU team? What do you expect from this game today, Jake?
I mean, going into this game, FIU, like you said, Patty, last season they were towards the top of the conference. Going into this game last year, they would have had a different mindset. They would have looked to try to beat up on this Temple team that is currently still trying to rebuild and recover from these last couple years. And FIU looking at Temple this year, I think is just looking at a stepping stone to try to get momentum to go at this point, try to get momentum and build for next season.
I agree. So trying to end off the season on a good note here. We're about to kick off right now at Temple Sports Complex, 2:04 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, today's senior day, Patty.
Senior day, indeed. We saw a few Temple players getting honored on the field before kickoff, and hopefully send them off on a good win here on their last home game.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised because Andrew Kemp, who, I mean, of course, the Owls use a very strange, but it works.
Unique, let's say.
Unique, but it also a very, the word's not coming to me right now, but it works. Their tactic in goal is to swap off every other game. Andrew Kemp, who is a graduate, who is actually graduating this year off this team and moving on with his career, he's not starting in goal today.
He is not. It is Flannan Riley's day in net, and here we go, kickoff. Temple working from the back and kicking it deep from Kamali Green. It's going to be headed and settled by the FIU defender, and out for a throw, and it's going to go Temple's way.
Yeah, it's weird, Patty, that, I mean, I guess Coach Green really is sticking to this back and forth game and starting strategy for both goalkeepers when, I mean, it's senior day. Usually the seniors want to see the field more often today, usually.
That is true, but guess fortunate for Flannan Riley, it landed on his day today.
And most likely Andrew Kemp will probably start next game, which is their final game of the season when they move on to the road. Yeah,
which you could argue. Which one would you like to play more, the last or the...
That is true. They're going to Tulsa on Friday, next Friday, the final game of the season.
Temple regaining in midfield, kicking it forward, but no Owls down there to receive the cross. And FIU regains possession in midfield. Now working down the left-hand side, number 7, Bernardo Dos Santos Monteiro.
Get used to saying that name.
I will have to.
Both practicing beforehand, trying to pronounce that one correctly. It's a mouthful.
Yeah. Throw in from FIU, settled, and a bit of handball there from number 11, Michael Appia. And it's going to be a free kick for Temple.
Yeah, another graduating senior on this team is arguably the best player who has the ball right now, actually. Kamali Green is, I don't want to say finally leaving, but he's been here for a while.
Yeah, why would you say finally?
No, because Temple actually wants to keep him, I would say, because he is probably the most impactful player besides the two goalkeepers on this team.
I think you're making a fair point. Temple now with a throw-in. Received there by Alex Champagne.
It was cool, Patty. They were doing the
ball pushed forward for Temple, but great clearance there by number 4, David Huja.
Yeah, before he got here, Patty, they were actually doing like the introductions on the scoreboard for the seniors, and Alex Champagne had very nice things to say about every single senior that is leaving.
It's great to hear. Love to see good chemistry between teammates. Another ball put forward by Temple into the box, but immediately cleared out by David Huja.
Another foul called here. It's going to be a free kick for FIU.
So far, fairly slow start to the game. Not too much action in the final third. Temple pushing forward a little bit quicker in first, but here comes FIU with their own attempt. Number 18, Dominguez with the cross in the box. Flannan Riley gets there with the easy cross and save.
You're going to be hearing that a lot. I mean, both these goalkeepers for Temple. We might see Kemp get into this game at some point because it is senior day. But, I mean, both their goalkeepers, very, very good. They both are top of their conference in saves and goals against. So they are both very, very impactful and special players for this Temple team.
Long ball downfield. Temple gets on top, but gets it right back to the FIU defense.
Now, Patty, I have a question going into next season. Of course, we aren't Coach Green, but does that mean Flannan Riley upgrades to becoming an everyday starter next season?
I believe so.
Because they have 3 goalkeepers on this team. Andrew Kemp, who is a senior, and then Flannan Riley, who isn't a senior. He's not leaving this season, at least. He is a graduate, but he didn't go through any of the special senior day traditions, so I'm not sure what that means for him. And then they have a third goalkeeper, Zayn Hamid, who is a junior.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, assuming that Flannan Riley's coming back, I think that he'd take majority of the time in front of net.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm sure you got to give some time to the younger goalie because he will be taking over and could be there for an extra year after Riley leaves. So, I think it's all about working in the younger players and making sure that when your 2 best goalies leave, come prepared for next season. Foul in the midfield. Yeah. FIU trying to play it quick and blocked by Champagne. That's a quick yellow there.
Whoa, very quick. Not even a time stoppage for that.
Some time wasting there, and the ref is not going to have any of that. Yellow card early as the 4th minute.
Wow, interesting. Very quick to pull that up. I'm not sure what Champagne really did to deserve that.
Well, he did time waste. He was in the way of the ball before FIU could play the quick free kick, but I think the referee really wants to set the tone of the game right here very early on as well.
And like you were saying before, Patty, where both goalkeepers, I mean, one of them leaving and then the other staying, and then they have one back in the wings. What 2 great goalkeepers to learn from anyway to sit behind for a couple years?
That's a good point. I mean, two of the top-rated goalies in the American Conference.
And it's crazy that they're on the same team.
It is. FIU trying to build from the back here, pushing forward, but bad touch by number 24, Joaquin Bettina, and Temple with a throw-in. Elliot Rigbert unable to bring the ball down, and FIU back with the ball, pushing down the right now. Ball put forward for 7. Dos Santos Matiera dribbling forward, puts it again for Appia, but unable to get to it. And we have a foul going in favor of Temple.
Yeah, I mean, another senior to highlight, Patty. I mean, I might as well just be doing this while this game progresses. Aaron Markowitz, he is the defender on this Temple team, and he, of course, being a true senior, has the decision to come back for a 5th year. But nonetheless, it is still senior day. You still highlight those guys that are graduating because he's maybe not graduating his career soccer-wise, but he is graduating from Temple. So it's always good to still, celebrate those people, just like you, Patty, correct?
That is correct. I will be graduating in December in this upcoming 2024 December, the last winter graduation.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Pretty cool title to have there, but
yeah,
no, it's coming, and I'm kind of not happy you brought that up. I didn't really want to think about that one.
It's something that
out of bounds there on FIU. It's going to go Temple's way at just about midfield.
Yeah, it's something that, like, of course you don't want to think about right away, but I mean at the same time it's still a good thing that it's happening because that shows that you've been here and you deserve to be where you're at.
Well, thank you, Jake. I really appreciate that.
Of course, Patty.
FIU gaining possession back. Now back to the goalie, Fernandez. Going forward to 4. Appia with the ball. Pushing forward, making its way through this team. Just misses Dos Santos Montiero, and that's going to be a ball out for Temple.
Yeah, bad pass behind that player for Dos Santos. He was open, And if he had a
Bad
nice
pass
ball,
there by Kamali Green.
sloppy football right now.
Putting a little bit of pressure, but clearance there by Sapolsky. Now Temple pushing forward on the other end. Elliot Rigbert pushing down the right-hand side, just outside the 18-yard line. Looking for the cross in the box. No one there, and FIU settles and clears it out, but Paolo Campulu quick on the ball and ready for the throw in here for Temple.
Yeah, we've commentated enough of these games to know that Temple's main game plan is to fight towards one of the corners and cross it in, but unfortunately no one there at that situation.
Throwing for Temple. Finds its way to Rigbert. Tries to play it in. Deflection there by FIU. Takes a hard hit there, the defender. And there's the foul call on Temple.
There is a player down.
And we do have a player down for FIU. The play will stop for now.
Time has not stopped just yet. Interesting that the ref is letting this continue, and there we go, finally stopping the clock.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
That was happening before we got here. For a little context, a trash bag just pretty much flew out of the trash can, and it is now blocking our view.
A little bit, yeah, that's actually...
Yeah, I tried to fix that when I got here, and unfortunately, I guess it's too windy.
Oh, I was going to point out the fact that it flung trash all over the field there too.
There's like a youth soccer team here that I think started laughing after that.
Well, a little bit of chaos here at the field.
Touch the trash can, Lillian. Our producer Lillian should be doing her job.
A lot of applause. I think we missed a joke there or something, but Temple.
I guess so.
Pushing towards the final third on the throw-in. Working down this left-hand side. Deflection there. Oh, trash bag's moving in our face. Deflection there. Temple still on the ball, but loses possession there, and a clearance at FIU brings it to midfield.
Yeah, I mean, the name of the game for Temple, if they want to have any chance of scoring this game, they're going to have to keep possession on FIU's side of the field. And so far, they're doing a pretty decent job of it. But now FIU is building back from their defense.
FIU pushing up from midfield. Long ball forward now, looking for Appia. But Kamali Green's going to push it out for a throw-in, FIU ball.
That was an interesting decision by Green there because he let that one nudge out. So I'm curious to see why he made that decision. I mean, speaking of Kamali Green, senior day, might as well keep bringing him. Xavier Rimpel as well, senior for this team. And I was talking about
leading goal scorer.
Crosses into the box. He's their #1 crosser usually on this team. And, I mean, he, even though, unfortunately, this Temple team, I wouldn't say really, really disappointed, but, I mean, still it's disappointing to see where they are this season. But he was definitely a bright spot on this team every time you looked at their games, and especially in the score, the stat sheet as well.
Agreed. Xavier Rimpel's presence in this team will definitely be missed. FIU gets a deflection on the throw-in. It has a corner coming in here. Played it short. Dribbling inside is Dos Santos Montiero.
Man, he really has the ball a lot, huh?
6 puts the ball in. Temple gets on the end of it and flicks it out not too far. FIU regains possession.
Yeah,
and another clearance there by Temple, and they're pushing down the field now.
Great defense from Harrison Dandridge right there to get this counterattack going.
3-on-2 situation with you. FIU's really coming back in, but Temple has men in the box.
A lot of people swarming and the attacker.
A swarm against Temple, and they lose possession here.
That's
now FIU pushing on the other end.
Not as big as a counterattack as Temple had, and now they're going to have to slow it down because of a couple bad passes.
Dominguez playing the ball forward, looking for Dos Santos Montiero. Has the ball in the box, looking for a man. Deflection off of Temple, and that's going to be another corner for FIU.
Yeah, I believe the deflection, that was off of Paolo Campula there, so very good defense from him.
Ball fed in from the corner, but shot just a little too high from FIU. And it's going to be a goal kick here for Temple.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the stat sheet, it's early in this one. We're going only into the 11th minute already. But, I mean, Temple leading in fouls. It's 3-2 right now. And then FIU, 2 corners already on the day. So it looks like they're staying in Temple's side of the field more often.
Here comes Rigbert pushing down the right-hand side, trying to make
Bad
a pass.
handles.
Skill move unable to work. And Dominguez gets it to Dos Santos Monteiro. Ball forward for Dominguez, but straight to Kamali Green, and Champagne unable to handle, and back to FIU.
Yeah, Kamali Green, the brick wall on this defense. There's no getting by.
Great move by FIU. Shot blocked. There's a fight for the ball in the box. And we got a foul call for Temple.
2 men actually getting down on that play. It looks like they collided into each other.
Seems like a harsh 50-50. Both players, FIU and Temple, are on the ground right now.
Seems like both players lost the 50-50.
A little shaken up afterwards.
Absolutely. And the ref is just letting this clock run out. He has not called for the stoppage yet, even though both players are still down. The ref not hesitant to keep it rolling, especially because the clock is still going. He has not given the signal yet to stop the clock. This is interesting. I feel like he should have.
Yeah. FIU players slowly getting up right now.
It's also very interesting because it looks like they're setting up a free kick for Temple, but the FIU player who's still shaken up is still behind enemy lines. And yeah, he's coming off
looks
gingerly.
Looks like he's going to play.
This isn't like that Memphis game that we called, Patty, where there's a time stoppage. It felt like every 2 seconds.
That was definitely
a game of all time.
A lot of chaos in that game, to say the least.
Yeah. But it looks like we're going to continue play, which is nice. The ref is letting them play, trying to get through this one.
It seems like the FIU player wants to play on.
Yeah, that's good. Both players wanted to play on. They were both down for a little while.
Flannery Riley's long kick into the final third goes off of FIU, and Temple keeps possession here.
Yeah, it looks like Temple now with a throw-in going into this one. Hopefully this trash can doesn't really get in our way.
Yeah, it has been a little bit of an issue. Bad throw in there for Temple. It looks like we got a goal kick for FIU.
We just had a hero come and kind of push the trash can down, so thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Hopefully no other gust of winds is gonna bring that back up, but it does seem like a little windy day today.
Yeah, it definitely does. I have an interesting point to bring up real quick, Patty, while we have time. If you tuned into the call on Thursday between me and Danny, who called the women's game, we both talked about and agreed with that both the men's and the women's team, although there's different coaching and different coaches for both teams, they both play a very similar style of game where they only go to the
on
corner.
The ball, pushes forward, but 29, Harrison Dandridge not there, and looks like we have a foul call as well.
Interesting.
Might have been a handball there.
Yeah, ref not afraid to blow the whistle, but he's not stopping the clock, which I like. It's keeping pace with the game. But like I was saying, Patty, the women's team and the men's team both like to try to get up the corner with their offensive approach, but then they don't finish within the box, which seems to be their game plan for both teams.
Very good at pushing the ball forward, but not good enough at putting it in the net, huh?
Very, exactly.
Well, it's that long ball type of cross in there by Temple.
Lucas Egarter on the cross. Shot blocked by an FIU player. And now Temple trying to regain. Champagne in the backfield behind midfield. Temple now trying to build it back up from their defense. But FIU gets a turnover, and now they're running on the attack.
Michael Appia pushing forward, but Alex Champagne just gets in the way there.
Great defense. This is good back-and-forth ball. It's nice because usually we have trouble commentating this back-and-forth ball because it's usually in the chaos zone like you like to describe it as, Patty. Yeah. But this game so far is very back-and-forth between each other's defenses.
A lot more composed, to say the least.
A lot more, I would say, not sloppy football. I don't know what the opposite would be. Good?
Composed.
There you go, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Trash gets back up. And FIU on the ball. Pushing it forward. Dos Santos Monteiro plays it forward to Appia, but great slide there from Diaz.
Yeah,
pushing it out and pushing it back all the way to FIU's back line, pardon me.
Yeah, that was a great play. There was a pass trying to get a through ball towards the box, and Diaz was there to slide and stop that from happening.
FIU pushing up from the back line. Gets it to Dominguez. On the left-hand side, pushing it forward to Apia. Cutting towards the middle. He's got players on the outside looking for the cross into the box. And a clearance there by Kamali Green, and it's going to be another FIU corner.
Yeah, that's going to be their third corner of the game already. So that's a lot of corners for this game. But while we have a stoppage, I might as well dive into another senior who is leaving this team this year. Senior Tesho Kobayashi. Unfortunately, he is not playing today. I believe he's out with injury because he isn't even suited up today. But, of course, from Kanagawa, Japan, he's been with this team for a while. He was pretty good last year. He played in 12 matches and scored his first career goal against Memphis. I mean, a good team to score your first goal against.
Definitely. FIU playing into the box this time, looking for a head. They got nothing, and foul called by the ref, and another Temple free kick out of the box.
I mean, Patty, this is giving me shades of that Memphis game, but I'm very glad that the ref is keeping the clock going, though.
Agreed. I mean, not a lot of time stoppages here and a lot of free-flowing football.
Yeah, it's nice to watch because it sucks with all the stoppages, but as long as the clock keeps going, that means there's still a flow with it, and that makes it more fun to watch.
Agreed. Sapolsky pushing through the midfield. Gets Dandridge. Now Rigbert's on the sideline here. Looking for a man in the box.
Nobody there.
Pushing it into the box. Takes a shot, but blocked there by Dos Santos Montiero.
Yeah, Rigbert on a one-on-one opportunity with a defender, and unfortunately he had to go through his left foot, which it didn't seem like that was his natural position.
A shot there by Zapolski's. Not a problem for the goalie, and FIU looking to clear the ball out from their final third.
Yeah, right there it was, like you said, Zapolski on the shot, and then just unfortunately, it was a long shot that went right into the goalkeeper's hands.
Long kick there from Fernandez. Finds out of bounds, and another FIU throw-in.
This throw-in right at midfield, right at the logo. Bad pass there as Temple was able to get a head on it, but now FIU still has possession.
FIU pushing down the left-hand side. Dominguez tried to find a man, but bad pass there, but FIU remains in possession.
That's
David Bascuzo.
Yeah, but that's how you say that, huh?
I'm not sure. Flannan Riley able to get on the ball there. A errant shot. Sneaks into the box there, and Riley able to get on top of it before any FIU players do.
Yeah, Riley quick to bring it out, too.
Loses possession there, and FIU come back on the counterattack. Apia lining up for the shot, takes it. Just a few feet wide, though, and it's going to be a goal kick for Temple.
Yeah, that was very interesting there because the defender on Temple's side who got the ball after Flannan Riley brought it in, he just gave it up instantly, basically, and then FIU was playing on another attack. It looked like a 3-against-2 on that attack, and then luckily it was a missed shot that is now becoming a goal kick. But it looks like it's actually going to be a kick for Kamali Green who's going to take it. Kamali Green
playing it short, lining up for Riley. Plays it out wide to Kampula.
Yeah, that was interesting. He gave it just to the goalkeeper, which I've never really seen
Dribbling
before.
forward, and a long kick with no Temple players there, and Edgar Aguilar now on the ball for FIU.
Yeah, it sucks because Elliot Rigbert was actually wide open on the other side of the field, but unfortunately I don't think the defender had the light to get it to him.
FIU pushing out the right-hand side. Now Temple pressing forward and gets possession here. Cheeky backheel flick there from Harrison Dandridge. Misplaced a little bit, and FIU now back on the ball.
Entering the 21st minute now for this game. Still nothing on the either side.
FIU trying to push forward, but ball tracks out of bounds, and Temple on the throw-in.
Yeah, I believe the last senior to go over on this Temple team. It's a young Temple team. They don't really have many seniors. I think they have a handful. The last one to highlight is Alex O'Leary, number 33, the defender from Westchester. He last season he played in 4 matches. He made 2 starts, but he did play the full 90 minutes in the season opener for Temple last year against Monmouth. He's been with this program since 2021, since he was a freshman. So he's been a big part of that culture for Temple.
Here comes FIU pushing forward again, trying to find Dos Santos Montiero, but Kamali Green gets the stop and Diego Diaz gets the clearance. FIU with a throw-in. Tracks it down in midfield and pushes it back to Aguilar to restart the attack for the Panthers.
Yeah, a lot of resets for both teams earlier in this game. Both defenses have been very up to snuff.
Not as shaky of an experience, to say the least.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's about to get shaky because we got a youth soccer team running by.
Yeah, that pun was not intended.
It worked really well, though.
It did. Fernandez playing to Aguilar. Temple trying to press up here and cause some mistakes in the back line, but FIU working through,
slip.
But bad timing there. A slip by the FIU defender, and Temple now with a throw-in.
Yeah, I believe that was number 4. He's all the way on the other side of the field. David Huja on the slip there.
Temple gets possession, but knocked out immediately by FIU.
Yeah, another stoppage here, just a throw-in. But, I mean, Patty, after Temple defeated Mercyhurst and UAB, Temple is now by themselves in 6th place in the AAC standings with 5 total points.
It's definitely a great turnaround to see from last season. I mean, coming off of last year with a 3-8-4 record, it's definitely been an improvement for Brian Green's men. Zapolsky trying to work down this right-hand side, but FIU stops it and keep their possession as the ball rolls out.
Yeah, I mean, all you want to see when you bring a coach to a program is slow. You don't have to get better right away, because usually for any sport team, you get a buffer period. It's usually, like, I would say 3 to 5 years, where as long as you get improvement each and every year, then you see it as a success that you can continue to build on. And for Coach Brian Green here, I mean, after coming off last year and now this year where they seem more competitive, you can only hope that it's going to keep getting better and better.
Got a substitution here for FIU.
That's
number 17,
yeah.
Nicholas Villalobos, coming off for the Panthers.
Man, our job's cut out for us today, Patty, because FIU has the most interesting names I've ever seen for a specific team.
It's definitely been a few first-timers for me.
Yeah.
Temple working from the back here. Diego Diaz. Long ball forward, looking for
Missed him.
Nathan Brown for Temple, but misses him, and FIU have the throw-in.
Yeah. And back-to-back days here at the Temple Sports Complex, because tomorrow it's actually the women's soccer senior day as well. So a lot of festivities going on around Temple's campus for this weekend specifically.
Temple getting possession, but a bad touch there from Elliot Rigbird, and FIU now pushing forward on the left-hand side. Dos Santos pushing from the left, looking for a winger down the right. FIU approaching the 18, looking for a cross in the box. Number 24 gets it in, but clearance there from Temple, and avoiding any serious danger so far, how the Owls been doing.
Yeah, it's just going to result in a free throw here for FIU, which, I mean, when you're in the box, a free throw is a big win for any defense, as long as it's not a corner.
I think you've been practicing for the basketball tryouts a little bit more, a little bit too much.
Why?
It's a throw-in.
Yeah? What'd I say?
Free throw.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, get ready for basketball this season. This is, I believe, both of ours last game calling for the men's soccer team this season. So it's been a ride for sure.
It has been. It has been a fun one indeed.
Yeah, even with this team not finding that much success, it's still fun to be able to commentate and grow with the team.
Crossing the box there, but just misses a little short, and that's going to go out for a goal kick.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of the goalie, Flannan Riley coming into this game, leading the AAC in average saves per game. He averages 5.29 saves a game, which means the Temple defense is at least giving up 5 shots a game while he's in goal.
That's a tough task for any goalkeeper.
But the fact that he is at the top is very crazy because that shows how good of a goalkeeper he actually is.
Here comes the goal kick from Riley. FIU quickly to pounce on it, but another deflection there. And Temple now back on the ball, and a foul call there from the ref, and FIU are going to have a free kick.
Yeah, it looked like that foul was potentially called on Kamali Green. He was around the action, and I think he just wrapped his body around the FIU attacker.
Huja back to Aguilar. Aguilar playing it forward to Dos Santos Montiero. Looking for a man down the wing. Can't
Great
find
defense.
anything, and Champagne really tracking him down. Aguilar pushing it forward to Appia, but just a little too high, and Riley's quick to get on that one.
Yeah, great move from Riley to step up and realize that there weren't any other threats near the box, so he was able to go pick it up next to Kamali Green.
Rigbert, bad touch there, and
That touch once more by Champagne.
FIU now back on the possession. Dos Santos pushing forward. FIU cross into the box. Save there from Riley.
Yeah, not sure if that was meant to be a shot
Now
or a
Temple
cross.
pushing forward the other way. Number 24, George Metal, pushing it up towards 15, Elliot Rigbert. Rigbert in the
Banged
box,
him.
nutmeg right there, but unable to get to the end of the ball, and we got a corner kick here for Temple, their first of the game.
Yeah, I mean, great move from Rigbert there. The Temple has been struggling with their touches, with possession when they have the ball, but I mean, great touch there from Rigbert. He was able to mega player in the box, and then they just had to kick it out of bounds, and which sets up this corner, which is going to be their first corner of the game here for the Owls.
It's Egarter on the corner.
He took the other free kick for them as well.
Here comes the cross for Temple. Champagne gets his header blocked. Back out to Egarter for another attempt. Into the box, another block there. This time from Huja from FIU, and now FIU pushing forward. Quickly recovered there by Betancourt, and the foul called. Temple ball.
Yeah, you can call it every time. He pushed him to the floor.
Pardon me, Diego Diaz getting fouled on the play.
Yeah, you can do that every time for the ref. I mean, you push him to the ground, but Alex Champagne had a really good opportunity there. Unfortunately, he hit it on the wrong side of his head because he got up there, but unfortunately, it ended up out of the box, which gave Egarter another chance to cross it in.
Another free kick here for Temple. Looking for a ball in the box here. Just a little long, and another goal kick for FIU.
Yeah, it seems like Lucas Egarter is going to be that free kick guy, that corner guy here for Temple, because that is back-to-back free kicks that they were given where he took it. And unfortunately, he just put too much gusto on that one.
Too much gusto? That's a new one for me.
Yeah, a little bit too much mustard.
I've heard that one.
We're over halfway into the first half in this one.
Just about 14 minutes left on the scoreboard. FIU with the goal kick. Got a hectic midfield here. Dos Santos trying to settle, and a foul called there on Jaden Jackson. And a free kick here for FIU.
Yeah, Jaden Jackson just checking into this game, his 4th minute in, and he's already making noise. It's going to be a foul call, and of course, once again, going to be called every time. There's no ball. He pushed the defender, or the FIU attacker to the ground.
Aguilar on the ball. Looking for the FIU player forward, but just gets by him and to Flannan Riley. Intended for number 14.
Another great intuition play from Riley there. He came up once more to stop the potential attack because there's no other players near the box.
Playing out to E. Garter is Riley. A ball forward here for Rigbert.
And over on the other side, Beltran Fernandez doing his best Flandon Riley impression. He pretty much did the exact same thing Riley did, and he came up with no other threats around.
A lot of back and forth between these goalkeepers in these last few minutes.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see, but luckily the pace of the game hasn't really slowed down at all.
Fernandez kicks it deep, looking for 24, Joaquin Bettina. That'll be out and a throw-in for Temple.
Yeah, it's interesting that this game has had a lot of throw-ins, a lot of fouls, but yet, I mean, the clock only got stopped once so far, so the ref really letting them play today.
Got a few headers going around in midfield, and FIU will come out on top, getting a throw-in here past the midfield line.
I mean, Patty, would you believe me if I said there was already 10 fouls called in this game?
I would. There have been a lot of stoppages. Well, most of them haven't been for fouls, or some of them haven't been for fouls, but definitely the majority have been.
We're already around halfway to that Memphis game, and that Memphis game we would have had still probably 25 minutes left on the first half.
That is true. FIU pushing forward here.
Man, that trash can does not give up, huh?
Ball into Dos Santos Montiero, but loses possession, and now Temple pushing down the right-hand side. Jaden Jackson looking for players forward. Header from Aguilar. A great settle there from number 10, Diego Castillo. But unable to push forward, and another foul call, actually, affected his number 24, Joaquin Bettina. And another free kick for FIU.
Yeah, both teams breaking in the bench already. 2 substitutions happened for FIU in this first half, and for Temple, 4. The new players for Temple, Jaden Jackson, Rocco Hoyf, Glockner, Charlie Vodel, and George Medill for the other side. Prince, I'm going to say Nelka? Is the G silent, you think?
I think the N might be silent. Prince Galeka.
Okay, and then Driss Nasser. That one's much easier. I'm just going to call him Prince from now on.
I'll call him Prince as well. FIU pushing from the back line, trying to find a man forward, number 21.
Ooh.
Gets no foul call there. A harsh challenge there from Paulo Campula, but ref didn't see anything blowing the whistle for.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that was clean. From over here, I think it definitely looked like a foul, but I guess he had more ball.
FIU restarting their attack from the back. Huja on the ball. Now Aguilar. Dominguez on the left side. Block there from Rigbert, and Temple back on possession. Rigbert pushing down this left-hand side.
Was that a fake?
That was accidentally. Champagne trying to find Rigbert on the right side there, but another block from Aguilar, but another dispossession here. Temple back with the ball, number 24, George Medal.
Yeah, Temple's been doing a good job of gaining possession in this game. They usually struggle with that, but it looks like they're going back and forth with possession, although that one they just gave up.
Yeah, bad pass there from Medal, and FIU throwing.
Yeah, I'm actually impressed with how much Temple is contributing, not just on defense, but they're getting the ball to the other side of the field quite often.
Got a substitution here. Xavier Rimple and Elias Betancourt
one of the
entering
seniors.
the field.
Xavier Rimple, one of the seniors coming off the bench.
Elliot Rigbert and Alex Champagne leaving the game for Temple.
It's interesting that Coach Green, halfway through the season, decided to put Rimple on the bench and let him come off to, I guess, conserve his minutes, because when he's on the field, he's the #1 option for scoring.
That is correct. 2 goals, 2 assists for Rimple on the year, but FIU trying to get something here. Great tackle there from Jaden Jackson, stopping the FIU momentum, but another stoppage here.
Yeah, they're just pushing him back a little bit, the ref. He's telling him to throw it in at a certain spot. That tackle from Jaden Jackson was on Dos Santos Montero, and, I mean, it looked nice. He just poked it away from him.
21 on the ball. Driss Nasser.
Yeah, FIU being very slow and methodical, letting Temple get the ball out of bounds so they can slowly push up their entire team. I mean, their defense is already past midfield.
Getting to Nasser now. Castillo unable to build something out there, and Temple get the throw in here.
That's big from Temple because now FIU has to push back all of their players.
Definitely are pressing heavy. Seems like we've seen a bit of change here from both teams.
It seems like both teams decided to slow down a bit.
A little bit. Campula gets the deflection on the pass there, keeps the possession. Ref,
yeah.
Great call there by the ref.
Great call there. It would have been a great Temple advantage, but he is sticking to where his throw-ins have to be. Usually there's a bit of buffer room with this, but he's really sticking to where they should be thrown in.
Well, he was about 30 feet forward from when the ball went out. But, I mean, from the 5th minute, we knew that this referee meant business from that yellow card on Alex Champagne.
Yeah, he's definitely getting his paycheck today.
Ball forward here for Prince. Trying to dribble into the box. Can't find any players here. Pass there is deflected by Green, and it looks like it's going to be out for a goal kick. It seems like it went back off of Prince.
Wow.
And Temple get lucky here, avoiding another corner.
Yeah, I actually didn't see it go back to FIU at all, but great play from Kamali Green to, 1, stop the attack, and then 2, switch sides and basically give Temple the ball back. That's a veteran move right there from the graduate who is going to be playing his last game in Philadelphia. Great impact for his last game.
Temple playing short once again. Now kicking it long field.
Advantage, it looks like, for a certain team.
Not yet, and looks like advantage for FIU, but not called. They keep possession here. Ball played forward there by João Dominguez, but unable to find Dos Santos Montero.
Almost hit our WHIP photographer, Ikram, on the sideline.
She's brave for sitting that close.
She's not moving either.
She is not. Temple winning back possession. Rimpel on the ball here. Back to Jackson. Egarter finding Vodal, but foul called there. Pulled down is Charlie Vodal.
Looked like he did a skull-crushing finale on that play.
The Miz.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. He was behind him, and he just kind of slammed him.
Yeah, it was a little bit of tripping there.
Yeah.
But Temple with another free kick.
Yeah, surprised the ref didn't give a card there. He was so early to give it to Alex Champagne. I thought that would have definitely deserved one, but I guess not for him. I'm enjoying this ref's pace of play. He wants to get this game through and keep it going.
It's definitely been quick. It's definitely been fast-moving. Not a lot of stoppages, and not quick to stop the time either.
Yeah, only 1 clock stoppage all half, and that was after he needed to when the FIU defender was struggling to get up.
Here comes Egarter, putting it in the box. Deflected immediately by FIU. Looks like Aguilar on the ball. Kick forward by FIU, and they have a counterattack here.
Yeah,
Prince like pushing forward on this left-hand side. He's got players in the box and cleared out there by Egarter, and it's going to be a corner kick for FIU.
Yeah, this is going to be FIU's 4th corner of the game. So they're living in Temple's defensive side this first half, but have only put up 3 shots and none on goal. Of course, Temple 2 shots with 1 on goal. So very back and forth competitive game so far here.
Diego Castillo about to put it in the box here for FIU. Oh, ref stopping the game. We got some argument. Got some arguments between some players here.
All right, here we go.
Here comes the cross, and up and there goes Flann and Riley.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Flandon Riley looked like a wide receiver on that play. He, like, jumped over everyone to get that.
It looked like he mossed most of the defenders in that box there.
He was the highest person, like, after that jump.
Call him Travis Scott. He was the highest person in the room.
Yeah, well, the highest person on the field, so.
Clearance there by Flandon Riley. Goes from goalkeeper to goalkeeper.
They're trading back and forth. Maybe he'll.
Beltran Fernandez.
Do you think Fernandez will give it back?
I don't think so.
Ban for ban here at the Temple Sports Complex. See which one lets up a goal first. That'd be a terrible way to play senior day.
Would be. Fernandez kicking it towards the midfield here, and ref blows his whistle.
Pointing at, I believe, a Temple attacker.
Looks like Charlie Votel.
Interesting. I'm not sure what's going on here. Of course, Votel coming in substitution earlier in this game, and now it looks like the ref's giving him a stern talking to.
This might be for some interference towards the goalie.
Which is interesting because he wasn't too close. I mean, it didn't disrupt the kick at all, at least I don't think.
No, but FIU is going to get a free kick here.
It seems like he was too close to the kick, and now the ref's telling him he should back up a couple feet. Yeah, very interesting to make us replay here, but as long as the clock didn't stop until right now. So we're stuck at 2:13.
Waiting for the whistle from the referee here. And there we go, and we're back.
Yeah, we're actually back to 2:50 now. The clock made us reset the clock here in Temple Sports Complex.
Just a few seconds there, but Temple trying to make them back up. Foul there. Down goes Elias Betancourt.
Yeah, and that's
another long free kick for Temple.
Yeah.
And these haven't gone too well so far this game. We haven't seen much success.
No, but that's a terrible foul for FIU because now it gives Temple a chance to bring their entire team up. I mean, Kamali Green, usually the last defender on the field, he's past midfield at this point.
Only 2 minutes left, trying to make an impact on this first half before entering into halftime.
And I can only assume that's going to be Egarter here on the free kick.
Cross into the box. Cleared out by Fernandez, but not able to escape the box just yet. Now it does.
Yeah.
There from the FIU defender. Betancourt back on the ball. Looking for a Temple shot here. Unable to find one. Dribbling outside the 18. Jaden Jackson loses the ball. Back on it now. Trying to find Rimple on the outside, and he'll just wait for the throw in here.
Yeah, Jaden Jackson on that free kick opportunity missed the header, and that's why we're in this scrap that we are in right now.
Rimple getting sandwiched out by two defenders, and now FIU with a throw-in.
Yeah, very interesting breakdown there. I mean, Jaden Jackson after that free kick, which the goalkeeper saved, he missed the header. And, now we have a little bit of scrapping and talking here. Number 21 on FIU, that is Driss Nasser. He was putting his arm into the Temple attacker's face. That was Elias Betancourt. And the ref noticing that, and now he's watching him like a hawk. He's not stopped looking at
I mean,
at Nasser
if we've learned anything, he doesn't have any patience for any physical altercations between players.
Yeah. Nasser
Temple
there.
Clearing it forward there.
Yeah, Nasser was still pretty much fighting with Betancourt on that one, but no call there.
Here comes Votel looking for Rimple on the outside. Great tackle there by number 21, Driss Nasser, and FIU now pushing it the other way. Dos Santos Montiero on this left-hand side here, one-on-one with Jackson. Gets it in the box, finds a player, 24, takes the shot, another block there. Great block from Campula.
Yeah, I'm not sure why number 24.
And a throw-in for Temple here.
Joachim Bettina. I'm not sure why he's pump faked that shot. It looked like he had a very easy shot to take because there's nobody around him.
And we have the final few seconds here of the first half. And ref whistles the play dead, so we'll just watch these 10 seconds go.
Yeah, wow.
And that is our first half here at the Temple Sports Complex. Temple 0, FIU 0. That took a second. Jake, what are your big takeaways from this first half?
I like the defense from both teams. I'm really enjoying this ref play. He isn't taking any any crap from either teams, but the thing is, he is keeping the pace of the game playing. I mean, that was one of the quickest first halves we've had since commentating this team this season, and it's still a 0-0 game, but I feel like there was a lot of action early on.
Agreed. And I think we'll see a few changes from both teams in the second half. What do you expect to see, or what would you like to see from either team in the second half?
I mean, specifically because it is Temple Senior Day. I know it's Flynn and Riley's day to play, but I want to see Andrew Kemp get in there. Maybe not for the whole second half, but maybe the last 10 minutes just to give him like his last flowers. Basically everybody congratulating him, saying how good of a job he did throughout his career here. And then on FIU's side, I just want to see them have the ball more often. I mean, they are both teams, I would say, are pretty even on possession so far in this game. But the thing is with FIU, they've had 4 corners to Temple's 1. I want FIU to be able to capitalize on these corners.
Yeah, and I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head there. Temple, 2 shots. FIU only 4, but Temple having the only shot on goal this game so far. FIU has been applying that pressure on the offensive side, but have never had any clear-cut opportunities to score just yet. But that's going to do it for our first half coverage. We'll be back with coverage of the second half just after this break. Hello and welcome back to WHIP Radio's coverage of Division I men's soccer. I'm Patty Heckard alongside Jake Holtzauer, and we are covering Temple versus FIU today at the Temple Sports Complex. We're just about to start the second half here. A 0-0 score we're entering into, and we talked a little bit about this after the end of the first half, but anything else that you want to see from from Temple or FIU or any player that you're looking out for in this?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that I want to mention is I was not right going into halftime. Flandon Riley is coming back out to play. Of course, Andrew Kemp being a senior, leaving this team after this year, he still has a chance to come back out. It depends what Coach Green wants to. Maybe Coach Green sat him down and said, hey, maybe you're not coming in for this one, but you will be starting the last game of the season. So that's definitely what I'm keeping an eye out for. I want the seniors to be able to come in and play their very last time here in Philadelphia.
Agree. That would be great to see, and, I mean, fantastic for the players. But first objective, of course, is to win the game. So
yeah, I mean, another senior, Xavier Rimple, did come back out starting in the second half. He did come off the bench earlier in this game.
FIU pushing heavy early, but a bad pass there, and Votel gets the ball for Temple.
Tripped up
there by number 8, Bacuzzi. David Bacuzzo, pardon me, and free kick for Temple.
I believe before you said Boss Kuzo, so I'm not sure how to pronounce that name, I'll be honest.
Bacuzzo?
Yeah, we can call him David.
We could call him David. Cross in here for Temple. Vodal unable to get possession there, and FIU back and forth with Temple possession here. Jaden Jackson getting possession here, and another foul called and goes in favor of Temple.
Yeah, Patty, you asked me what I want to see going into the second half. I want to see at least one goal from either side.
I would agree with that. That would definitely make this game a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, and it's always nice if you're a Temple fan to watch them win on senior day. They deserve to. But if you say they deserve to, that means every team deserves to win on senior day, which usually just doesn't happen. But it's nice. It's a nice cherry on top when that does happen.
Good pun there. I don't even think you picked up on it.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Cherry on top.
Yeah, I guess they just come fluently for me.
Errant pass there from Kamali Green, and FIU has a throw-in.
Yeah, and then for FIU, what I want to see is just, like I said beforehand, more possession. They have 4 corners. They need to capitalize on these corners once they get there.
Pushing forward is FIU. A roller on the ground goes straight to Flandon Riley, and I think that'll record FIU's first shot on goal today.
Possibly. I mean, it definitely wasn't supposed to be a goal. It was an errant pass that got away from them.
Hoifgluckner playing it forward, and a deflection there doesn't keep it in Temple's possession. They're going to give it to FIU here.
What's interesting from this Temple team that I've already noticed, they've brought in 6 people off the bench, which means they are not afraid to get everybody playing here, which this is senior day, which means this is their final day, their final game here in Philadelphia this season. So it looks like Kevin Green not afraid to give people a chance to play today.
Great dribbling there by Diego Diaz and able to draw the foul. That's the sound of cleats running across the bleachers there.
Yeah.
If the ladies and gentlemen at home are wondering.
Whoa, this youth soccer team also has last names on their back of their jerseys. That's very interesting.
Rimpel pushed it forward to Jackson. Cross into the box, but saved there by Beltran Fernandez.
That could potentially be a shot on goal as well.
I don't think so. I think that'll be recorded as a pass.
4 shots for FIU, 2 for Temple, 1 on goal. And that's that was the same number of shots for both teams entering half, so none yet within the first 5 minutes.
Very patient on the ball here is Fernandez. Now finally kicking the ball out.
Yeah, smart from him.
Of the box, and
he's letting his team
bad header there by Diaz going backwards. Another not great header there by Campula. FIU getting on the ball now, trying to find 21 on the right side, but a foul there from 21 Nasser of FIU, and Temple get a free kick just few feet away from their corner flag.
Yeah, if you remember earlier, Patty, Nasser's the one that the referee in midfield was given a stare down to towards the end of the half, so he's definitely going to be on a short leash when it comes to fouls called.
Definitely a physical player to look out for on the wing.
Absolutely. He was not. He doesn't back down from a challenge, it seems.
Long ball ahead from Flan and Riley. Temple get a head on it. Hoifkluckner trying to get there, but a clearance there by Edgar Aguilar.
I mean, Temple not known for their headers entering this season, entering this game, but Charlie Vodel, that was the best header placement I've seen from a Temple player yet. Unfortunately, it did end up in FIU's possession.
Champagne with Jaden Jackson, pardon me, with the throw-in.
Going FIU's way now. It's a good showing out for Temple today for Senior Day. A lot of fans for both sides.
I agree so. Definitely a packed crowd here at Temple Sports Complex, filling up the seating section on our side of the field.
Yeah, and I'm going to say something crazy, Patty. It's no Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst, when you weren't here, it was me and Troy Arslan on the call. Temple had their band here. Both sides were filled. And that was the most energetic I've ever seen the Temple fan base get for a soccer game.
Foul there. Temple, another free kick towards their defensive third, and Flan and Riley going to take another free kick here. But
Yeah.
really, no. Was it home? Was there like any event tied to it, or was it just like a surprising?
That was the week of homecoming, our producer.
Okay, homecoming week. That would add up.
Yeah, and I mean, Temple got a nice win off of the newly Division I team, Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst not known for their soccer, but known for their ice hockey.
How about that?
Yeah, it's a very interesting, I guess, situation for every other team besides the team that deserves to be D1, because then they have to really ramp up the competition.
Zeppel wins the throw-in here.
Yeah, we're in the chaos zone right now, Patty.
We are a little bit of definitely a lot more chaos, some pressure, a lot more pressure from both teams on the defensive side, and trying to smother these players and their dribbling ability. I mean, we're seeing two players and dispossession there, and FIU now back on the ball.
Yeah, it seems like the ref is giving them more breathing room when it comes to fouls so far early in the second half.
Clearance there by Kamali Green. Another FIU throw-in here.
There's been 13 fouls so far in this game, but I want to say it hasn't felt like it time-wise, because the ref has been letting both teams just play on.
Looks like the ball went out, and we have a goal kick here.
Going short for that one.
Kamali Green plays it out to Campula, trying to find Rocco Hoifgluckner here. Playing back to Campula, looking to play long here. Betancourt, misplaced pass, finds the way of Huja.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great play by Hoifgluckner to keep the ball in, but unfortunately for Temple, Campula just headed it right out of bounds to give FIU possession.
FIU throw-in and kicked out by Campula again.
Yeah, back-to-back touches from Campula that ended up in FIU's favor.
Here comes FIU. Just outside the 18. Bad pass there, and it's blocked by Jaden Jackson. Now he's pushing down this right-hand side and tripped up. Another foul call here.
Yeah, that one's deserved. Jaden Jackson, who had a turn on the ball, who had steam ahead, he unfortunately was pushed from behind. Of course, Jaden Jackson hailing from Edison, New Jersey, here on Temple, on the Temple team. Came off the bench today, playing his 26th minute.
Definitely an interesting game for Jaden Jackson, typically playing center back, now playing on the right-hand side.
Yeah, he's listed at mid, but he seems to play everywhere but there.
Yeah, that is true. FIU pushing forward. Castillo plays it forward to 11. Kicked out. Appia unable to get to the ball, and Campola gets their first throw-in for FIU.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned Jaden Jackson's positioning this game, because when I saw him pass midfield on a steam ahead, he's mainly been on defense in this game at least. But if he's listed at mid, that means that Kevin Green must really trust him. Coach Green to let him play in other positions that he's not natural to. I mean, he's one of the bright spots, hopefully, for the future of this Owls team as a sophomore coming into this season. Of course, going to be a junior next season if he decides to stay.
Thrown by FIU, trying to find Appia, but gets right by him, a few defenders, and Flannan Riley gets on top of it.
Yeah, I mean, Riley, I feel like, has been playing a lot all game. Has had the ball a lot in his hands, but no saves to share. That's probably not how you say that, but very, very dangerous header from him.
Castillo plays it out wide, trying to find Dominguez on the left-hand side. He's pushing forward. Bad pass there, and Temple gets on top of it. Deflection, back to Temple.
Yeah, it seems like both teams.
And an all long ball forward for Votel. Unable to get full possession of it, and ball is knocked away by Huja.
It seems like both teams have been playing very clean defense, but very sloppy offense in this one.
It does seem so. FIU pushing forward. Gets it to 14, but nothing there. Prince unable to make of anything of the opportunity in the box there, and we have a goal kick for Temple.
Yeah, Charlie Vodel on the counterattack had a very interesting one-on-one opportunity. Unfortunately, he lost the 50-50 ball, and he was thrown to the ground. Yep. Of course, Coach Brian Green. I said Kevin Green by mistake. Brian Green. He's not afraid to bring out his players so far this one.
Yeah, no, seems like Temple's been more focusing on quantity over quality.
I mean, it is senior day, though.
Having the fresh legs in has definitely played a part for Temple over the past few games.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they've won a couple of their games, because bringing in fresh legs, not afraid to do so.
Votel playing Rimpel out wide. He's got the one-on-one on the 18, takes a shot, deflected, finds its way to 24, but it's shot just wide.
Yeah.
George Medill.
David Huja did like a split on that play just to get a leg on it, and he did a very nice defensive play there.
Actually, correct, I'm wrong on that one. Took a deflection on the shot, on Medill's shot, so we're going to have a Temple corner with Rimpel on the end of it.
The senior. Hopefully he can show out for the senior day, try to get a stat on the board. He so far has one shot in this game, and that's it.
Here comes the cross, punched out by Fernandez. Medill trying to take a volley, take that first time, but kicks it out wide, but may have created a crossing opportunity for Temple here. Rimpel.
Yeah, crazy how it ended
out
up
wide. It's going to be a throw-in and for FIU.
Crazy how it ended up back in Rimpel's possession there, because he was the corner man, and he somehow got the ball back after he cleared it or crossed it into the box. Very slow start to that throw-in right there. It looks like both teams are starting to take their time.
Definitely FIU might have found a gap in the defense here, pushing forward. You got players ahead, looking out for 17.
Nicholas Villalobos there, number 17.
Lobos played it out wide for Appia. Appia into the box, and a sliding deflection there by Campula, and makes another block there as well. Great defending there by Paolo Campula to keep the ball in the box for Temple.
Yeah, it's one thing to make a great sliding tackle to save a potential shot on goal. It's another to get right back up and save yet another.
Yeah, great effort there from Campula. Defense really doing a great job today for Temple. But here comes the cross for FIU. Headed out. Great touch there by Rimpel, but not able to get it at the end of the ball in FIU. Looking for a second chance here. Cleared out by Jackson. Rimpel plays it out wide of Vodel. Back to FIU.
Yeah, and
getting possession there and now resetting their attack.
A great defense from Temple. Hoyf Glockner actually was the one to first touch the ball after that cross into the box, and he did a great job to get it out.
Great dribbling there by 21 of FIU.
Yeah,
Nasser.
I'm very interested in Driss Nasser because he is a very tall guy. He looks like the tallest guy on the field right now, and I'm very interested to see how old he is, which I'm going to go look that up right now because he's been everywhere.
Got an FIU player down, and looks like another free kick. This one in a little bit more threatening territory.
Yeah.
Just outside the corner flag.
And ref finally his second clock stoppage of the game because he appears to be injured, in pain at least. Yeah, it's one thing that a ref doesn't really call clock stoppages, but that means that when he does, you got to only assume that something is serious on the field.
The trainer is out for FIU as well, as looking after what I think looks to be number 18, João Dominguez for FIU.
All right, Driss Nasser is a freshman. He's from France. Very interesting.
How about that, Bordeaux? And from Stade, he's from Stade Brestois, which currently is having quite of a renaissance of a season there. They qualified for European Champions League.
Wow.
One of the, top competition in almost all the world, you could say. And doing pretty well, working towards the, right now placing towards the top half of the Champions League standing. So,
wow. Yeah, he
makes sense.
He played in 10 matches for Stade Brestois' U19 team, and he got a goal with 754 total minutes played in those matches.
Also having caps for Cameroon on the U20 and U23 teams.
Oh, yeah, he's been everywhere.
He has been everywhere.
Interesting, and especially in this game, he's had the ball a lot. And he's also been the physical one for this team.
Here comes FIU. On the corner here. Just a bit low, flicked over, but
wow,
out of bounds, and call's going to be for another corner. FIU bringing on a new player here.
Yeah, and speaking of Nasser here, he's 6'1", and he is the main man in the box closest to the net. So you can only hope. I mean, Flan and Riley just pushed him a little bit.
High ball here, but Flan and Riley is on top of it.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's your big man for the future, I mean, what a guy to have. A lot of experience throughout his career.
Just about 30 minutes left in this second half.
Yeah, this has been a quick one, I feel like.
It definitely has. Not many stoppages in this game. A long ball by Temple just to clear it out. Settled by Nasser, playing back to the defense, but played forward to Temple's defense, and Diego Diaz with the possession. Trying to find Hoifgluckner on this left-hand side.
Great hustle.
Great hustle by him, looking for players in the box. Plays it forward to Elias Betancourt inside the 18. Back to Hoifgluckner, cross in. It's a bit high, and it's just over Rimpel's head. And FIU is going to be pushing forward now from the defense.
Yeah, I mean, yet again, that's what I talked about when we first started this broadcast. Temple, very tough time trying to create shots off the cross, even though that's their main game plan for most of the game.
Still just one shot on goal for both teams in this game, and really looking for some kind of momentum change either team here.
And speaking on about shots on goal, Patty, great segue into this stat from Dos Santos Montero. He leads the conference in both shots and shots on goal, so you would think that they would have much more in this game as of right now.
And you'd think we'd see him on the pitch. We haven't seen him for the second half so far.
Yeah,
but
very
FIU pushing forward anyway. Misplaced on the pass down the sideline, and that'll go out for a Temple goal kick.
Flan Rally now on this goal kick. Less than 30 minutes to go now.
Kamali Green going to play this goal kick short. Now Temple's going to try and bring it through their half and trying to build up this play themselves. Great move there by Campula. Wow. He's going to play it, but misplaces the pass. Goes straight to FIU, and
yeah, that's rough.
Start playing it down the left. Great block there by Rimpel, but Temple not able to make much of it.
Yeah, Temple trying to build from their back defense, and unfortunately that ball was given up when they had a good opportunity.
Vodal gets possession there, and a
time stoppage.
errant tackle there from
Yep.
what looks to be David Huja. Misses the ball and gets almost all of Votel's leg there, and that's going to be the second yellow of the game.
Yep, you're absolutely correct.
FIU's first.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct there, Patty. That was David Huja on that tackle. And, I mean, it didn't seem intentional, but it also did stop a potential Temple attack. So that was there's some good fouls in the game of soccer. I would say that one definitely benefits FIU in a certain degree, because now Temple can now have a free kick and also bring their defense and a bunch of their players onto the other side of the field.
It's definitely not a relieving feeling, though, having one of your center backs that have been playing this entire game now on a yellow card and in striking distance of a red.
Thankfully for FIU, it is the second half, and there is time running out, because on the opposite side for Temple, Alex Champagne, who got a yellow card almost instantly in this game, we haven't seen him much because of that.
We haven't seen him since. Settled there by Votel, but no one there to finish it. Votel looking for the ball again, but headered out by Huja, making up for that mistake. And now FIU trying to get this ball out, but Temple pressing hard, but foul call there, and free kick to FIU.
Yeah, speaking of Alex Champagne and that yellow card, after he got it, he has only played actually half of this game. We're entering the 62nd minute now. He's played 36 minutes, so not exactly, but around half of the game he's played. So after his first substitution, we might not see him until the very end.
Definitely being a little bit more precautious with their center mid, Alex Champagne. FIU going to play this one out from the back. Both teams definitely looking for a more slow build-up in the second half. Not as many long balls.
Not
deep.
as many shots in general in the second half.
That as well. FIU losing possession just at the 30-yard line, and Temple pushing forward another long ball, but Votel not able to get on the end of it, and FIU back in possession. Great block there by Jaden Johnson, and another foul there. Looks like Dritz Nasser.
Yeah.
No card on this one.
The Frenchman.
But another free kick for Temple.
Yeah, and I mean, going back to Alex Champagne, he is a bright spot here for the future of Temple. The sophomore reigning from Florida. He's played in pretty much every single game this season, and he's a big part of this Temple team.
Definitely. Kamali Green now. Jackson. Playing it forward to Egarter and taken out from the back. That's a rough challenge there, and it's going to be a yellow card this time for Dritz Nasser.
He finally got one. I mean, he's been in the culprit of a couple fouls in this one, and he finally got his yellow card. And it seemed like he stepped on the back of the Temple defender's ankle, and he's going to be taken out here, it looks like.
It looks like Egarter did get cleated toward the back of the calf there.
Yeah, you never want to see that. That hurts.
It's got to kill, and not sure if we're getting a substitution here. Might be just getting a little bit of treatment on the sidelines.
Yeah, potentially tape it up, because it seemed like he was grabbing his Achilles heel after he got stomped on. And, I mean, you can only assume that he could potentially be punctured, his heel, and he is going to be taken out, it seems. Or at least talking to the trainer. Looks like they're going towards his hand, though.
Yeah, I think so.
Potentially maybe his hand got a bit of cleated on as well. Which, thankfully, soccer is a sport about with your feet.
Yeah,
so
hands-free sport there.
Yeah, you don't need total control of your hands. And he's going to stay in. Good for him.
He's just about to come on the field.
Yeah, it looks like the trainer's going to talk to him one last time. Hopefully he got patched up or whatever they need him to do, and it looks like he's going to come back into the game. Good for Egarter.
Egarter's ready to go. Oh, no, we're still waiting on the ref.
Yeah, this is actually interesting because the ref, I don't know if is going to allow him to come back onto the pitch or not.
I don't think so either, and I think there's a bit of an argument going between Coach Green here and
it looks like Egarter has to check back in, but I'm not sure if anybody came in for him.
No,
there we go.
There we go, and now he's back in.
Yeah, it looks like he had to at least miss the free kick opportunity there.
Free kick didn't go to plan, but Temple get the throw in.
Yeah, and it looks like Egarter's moving around freely, so hopefully his legs are okay.
Long throw in there by Jackson, looking for Rimpel, but takes the deflection and cleared out by Edgar out. Edgar Aguilar there.
There you go.
Took me a second.
Kamali Green stopped that cross.
Campula pushing forward. Never see him really get this far, but Hoifkluckner now on the ball. Shooting opportunity. Takes a shot. Just misses. Shooting for the lower left post. Just a few inches wide.
Yeah.
And that's the first bit of action we've seen probably all game. We haven't had a shot like that or an opportunity like that.
No, that was the shot where everybody was oh-ing in the background. And Hoifkluckner knew he missed it. Instead of hitting it off the top part of his foot, he accidentally pulled it and hit it towards the bottom back half of his foot, which ended up making it a shot not on the net.
Hoifkluckner, I mean, made the right choice, had the defender leading him, closing down that right post. So shot for the closer near post shot, but just a few inches wide.
And the thing, too, is that he took his time with that shot. He took an extra touch, made sure to line it up, but unfortunately his foot was just on the wrong side.
Hoifkluckner losing possession there. But foul called, and Votel taken out once again.
Nasser, again. He is on the hot seat. I would start, if I am the FIU coach here, I would probably start thinking about taking him out because he has been watched like a hawk all game.
That's his third foul in, I think, the last 10. And
yeah, and a yellow card with it.
The first two came within 2 minutes of each other.
Yeah, so, I mean, if I'm Nasser here, I have to play very, very careful ball. And if I'm FIU, I think I'd take Nasser out at this point.
Egarter once again lining up for the free kick, and looks like Temple's going to be sending it in the box once again from distance.
Absolutely. Egarter waiting for everyone to get set up. The whistle has been blown.
Here's the cross. It's a line drive cross and headed off by Castillo, and FIU trying to push this out, but Temple back on the ball, looking for Votel outside. No one in the box for Temple, and that cross goes to no one in FIU. Campula winning the ball back, looking for players in. Shot by 24. George Metal has his shot deflected, and it's going to be a corner for Temple, but another great opportunity for Temple in the last 5 minutes.
Wow, I mean, that's a great shot from Temple there. The only thing that stopped them from making it into the back of the net was just the defender that was standing there. But Temple really pushing on this attack right now. Let's see what Rimple does from this corner. This is going to be their third corner of the game.
High corner in, and we got a foul in the box.
Man.
Looks like FIU player number 6 was knocked down. Mathis, the midfielder for FIU, was knocked down, and they're going to have a free kick, an easy out from this corner.
You never want to end an attack from a foul that gives FIU or the defense the ball back. But, I mean, I like what I'm seeing from Temple in this half. They're staying on FIU's side of the field for most of this half.
Campula has definitely gotten a lot more forward this second half, and it has been working. His contributions to both these opportunities over the past few minutes here, but offside there is Votel, and another free kick for FIU.
Yeah, you saw the goalkeeper call for the offsides, and then
Votel, he was jogging a little bit. He knew he was off.
He was, but then when the ref didn't call it right away, Fernandez started running back because he didn't know if he was or not. So it was very fun to see that one. The ref now blowing the whistle like 4 different times to try to signify something.
Looks like once again FIU trying to move a little forward from the foul spot.
Yeah, you got to give this ref his flowers. He's very, very stingy, but also when it comes to playing by the rules,
he's a very watchful eye.
He does. He can honestly, he has eyes in the back of his head, and he sees everything on this field.
He must.
I mean, especially on Nasser right now. Nasser's trying to hide behind him, but I'm sure he still has an eye on him somehow.
FIU kicking it forward, looking for players ahead, headed out by Diaz. FIU cleared by Betancourt. The ball will go out. Not just yet. Rimpel doing a great job to keep the ball in, but FIU taking it back. Header out by Jackson. Pushed forward here. Ball lost by Metal.
This is the point of the game where I want to start seeing some more substitutions from Temple, specifically getting those seniors into the game. 20 minutes left here in the second half, and I mean, I just want to see, I've been saying it most of the game, Andrew Kemp, I want to see him, at least in his final game here in Philadelphia, get into net. they moved to Tulsa next week, so potentially he gets in there for his final game. But I mean, his family might be here. His family wants to see him play here on Senior Day.
Well, it's funny you were talking about substitutions. Right as you mentioned it, Xavier Rimple coming off the field and Nathan Brown coming on for him.
Yeah, I mean, Kemp, the Bermuda native, coming all the way from Warwick, Bermuda, and it's not often that his family, I'm sure, gets to see him play live. So if they are here, I definitely would want to let them see their son and their family member play for the final time in his career here at Temple.
Temple on the throw-in. FIU kicking out quickly. Jackson recovers the ball here. Pushing down this right-hand side. Here's Medill. Losing possession here, and FIU clears it out. Temple back on the ball. Short cross in, doesn't get there, but back in possession here. Losing the ball in the box there, FIU now. Slower approach out and a longer ball out this time. Finds Appia up front. And off to 14 and back to Appia. FIU they have some players in the box here.
Slowing it down, though.
Appia looking for players to get it to, but it's blocked by Kamali Green. And another corner for FIU.
Yeah, great play by the senior, really making his presence known. But if I'm FIU there, I don't slow it down like what was happening. You got to put up a shot when there's not that many defenders on Temple's side.
I believe that was a 3-on-3 situation there with Prince, Appia, and Nasser, but not much coming of it.
And unfortunately, when the
not
attacker...
Nasser, that was Bettina.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Unfortunately, when FIU started to slow it down, that gave Temple the chance to regroup and get more defenders in the box, which ended up happening.
And ref blowing the whistle. And here you go. The cross from FIU.
Some pushing and shoving going on.
Pushed out by Riley, and another foul called.
Riley absolutely bodied an FIU attacker, too. He landed on top of him.
And looks like Riley's going to need a minute here.
Yeah, I mean,
second.
This is a perfect segue to get Kemp into the game here. Just give Riley the day off and say, good job, buddy. But fortunately for Riley, he's staying in the game, and it looks like Kempe has no chance of getting into the field, at least in this minute.
You can't take away the clean sheet from Riley already.
No, right? I mean, clean sheet for both sides. Fernandez also doing a really good job on the other end.
Just about 17 minutes left in this game. We've yet to see a goal. We've seen some momentum pick up on offense from Temple in the second half, but nothing to put away the game for either team. FIU pushing forward. Appia here on the right. Campula does a great job to get it outside.
Yeah, Campula's been a very good key piece for Temple in this game. He's been
clears it out, but gets in the way of Castillo, and a bad tackle there by number 10, Diego Castillo.
Yeah, but good sportsmanship here from Castillo. He's helping the guy that he tackled up because he realized that he definitely did that by accident, and he doesn't want any ill intent after that slide tackle.
Helping up Medill after the foul there by Castillo. Yeah, no card or anything shown so far.
Ref definitely reprehending him, saying that he can't do that. And Castillo isn't at any point trying to stray away from the ref because he realizes that he is in the wrong there. That's a really mature play from Castillo there, realizing that he was in the wrong and that he does say sorry to the person that he did end up slide tackling.
And it looks like Nasser and Appia will be leaving the field for FIU, and Bernardo dos Santos Montero will be joining back on the field, as well as number 2, Julian Gastaldi.
Yeah, that's good for FIU for two reasons. First, Nasser has had pretty much a spot on his back the whole game after that very first minute that he was in, creating and making a lot of fouls. And now the number 1 shot player in all of AAC is now back on the field, which is good for FIU. They need to start putting shots up.
That Campula with a throw in here down the left side.
That, of course, being Dos Santos Montero leading the AAC in shots per game. And shots on goal as well. He's been very good in that category. And here he is with the ball already.
And a foul there by Egarter on Dos Santos Monteiro.
Yeah, if I am Coach Green here, I definitely keep an eye out for him because you need to get – if he has the ball, then that's very, very dangerous.
FIU now building out from the back from the free kick. They have some new, fresh legs up front, so I'm sure they're keen to use them, pushing down this left-hand side. Finds Gastaldi. Out to Dos Santos Monteiro. And the ball goes out for a goal kick.
That's big for Temple there because you don't want the leading shot creator in all of the AAC to have the ball in the box, which he did. So Temple did a really good job pushing him out.
Great job there by Jaden Jackson.
Absolutely. Jaden Jackson, the defender there, but he is listed as mid, so I'm not sure what his natural position is this year. He's really filling in that role defense, specifically center back.
Comes flying off the goal kick. FIU quick to get back onto the ball, and Dos Santos Monteiro now on the ball this left-hand side. Now gets it to Castillo. Outside for Matheson, back to the left side. Looking for players in the box. Monteiro, great move on the ball to eliminate the defender, but a little too much on the shot. It goes over the net for the goal kick.
Yeah, less than 15 minutes here in this one. Both teams have got to start putting up shots. 5 for Temple, 1 shot on goal. Only 4 for FIU, sorry. And I mean,
easily confusable. Both are from
yes,
Florida.
and also back-to-back games for me. FAU played against the women's team last game, so back-to-back Florida teams for me. But 4 shots for FIU. I believe that means they've not had almost any shots here in the second half.
That is true. They've had 1 shot so far in the second half.
Yeah, 3 entering the second half, so only 1. But that's why they brought in Dos Santos Monteiro.
Great plays there by Hoyf Gluckner and Campula. Winning the throw in here for Temple.
Campula's been all over the field. He's been back on D. He's been in front when attacking. I mean, he's been everywhere today.
Temple trying to find some kind of opportunity here, but FIU clears it out, and the ball makes its way back to Temple's back line. Kamali Green.
It seems like tides have changed.
Gluckner.
Ooh, interesting.
No foul called. Hoyf Gluckner really looking for, thought he was getting pulled down. FIU now pushing forward on this right side.
Yeah, it seems like the tides have turned for either team now. I mean, it seems like FIU has been mainly on the attack while Temple has been on defense. While in the beginning of this half, it felt like it was the opposite.
Agreed with that. FIU taking their time. Aguilar pushing forward for the Panthers.
They definitely need to try to put a shot up here
now
on this
the wing
possession.
here. Temple taking back possession. Jackson clearing the ball deep, looking for Votel, and aggressively Huja getting the ball, dealing with Votel and getting rid of the ball in the process. And again, winning the header over Votel.
Yeah, a lot of play over and on Temple's defensive side now. And they need to really lock down if they want to try to put up another attacking play at some point.
Playing Bettina out wide. Bettina looking for, or Mathis looking for Bettina, unable to find him, and Temple winning the ball back, and Rocco
It wasn't called.
Looks like the ref will call advantage there, but FIU have a chance still going here.
Wow.
And I don't know if we're waiting for the ball to be dead, but
no, not at this point. It looks like that advantage did come and go.
Ball played forward here. Nathan Brown unable to get on the ball there, and FIU wins it back. But that was a tackle there from
absolutely.
Rocco
I think you
Hoyf-Gluckner.
were right. I think the ref was playing advantage, but the advantage just went on for too long, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Nathan Brown, great settle there by the forward, bringing the ball down, playing back to him, unable to settle the ball and goes back to FIU.
That one's not called either. Ref really letting them play today.
Indeed. Just
that one finally gets
little
called.
under 12
Yellow,
minutes
quick
left.
yellow.
Quick yellow there.
Wow, it looks like some frustration building up from the ref after he wasn't able to call anything for the last, it seems like 3 minutes.
Well, seems like there was serious play
Finally.
and a serious attacking chance
the
there
clock
for FIU, and ref felt it was necessary to punish with the yellow.
Absolutely, but I mean, going back to that Rocco Hoifglockner play, he definitely came up from the ground and tackled the guy next to him.
Yeah.
That looked like a wrestling, like an actual like full-on collegiate level wrestling move.
Yeah, it felt like we were down at the link watching the Owls play down there, but
yeah, I mean, maybe Hoifglockner gets an opportunity for the football team.
yeah, it gets an easy pass there for the ref, and I think he'll be thankful for that, considering some of the yellow cards we've seen.
Yep, George Medill with that yellow card. He stays on the pitch, although Coach Green has been making a couple substitutions after the stoppage.
It does look Champagne is standing up on the bench right now. Could be subbing back onto the field soon.
I mean, if George Medill is going to stay out there with his yellow, might as well bring Champagne back on too.
FIU
Not afraid.
playing down this left side, looking for a cross in, but no one in the box for FIU. Very casually dealing with this ball. Now picking it up is Flandon Riley.
Yeah, that was getting a little scary for Temple because there wasn't any urgency to get that ball.
Really asking for the pressure to come in. Maybe trying to relieve their midfield and find some open targets.
Yeah, the attack on Temple right now hasn't really seen the light of day in about 15 minutes.
Big clearance there by Riley, but does not make it far. Throw in for FIU and just misses the Temple bench.
Yeah, I'm interested to seeing when Green lets Champagne officially try to check into this game, because he is still standing next to him on the sideline.
Only about 10 minutes left. FIU, Castillo trying to find Bettina, but
Great defense.
Great header there by Campula, and he's got some space in front of him. Plays it forward for 27.
Nice job, Castillo.
Edgar Bazar, but
Castillo got
FIU
it.
now has an
Got his foot on the
opportunity
ball.
here. Looking for a cross in, but dealt with there and cleared immediately
Yeah,
by Campula.
Castillo did a really good job getting his foot up on that one to stop the counterattack from Temple, which they need one now. Their defense is going to start getting tired, and if FIU keeps putting up shots, then eventually they're going to find one in the back of the net.
Here comes Dos Santos. Montiero losing it in midfield, but Temple losing it right back. Giving it to the FIU back line, and now Mathis playing forward to Bettina.
Alex Champagne is about to check in. He just notified the ref and now is standing where the substitutes come in at. So next stoppage, look for Alex Champagne to come in.
Got some shirt holding there from Viscusi,
And here he comes.
back on because Champagne. And how about that, George Medill coming out as well. So
One
trade in yellow card
yeah.
for another.
One yellow for another. Alex Champagne coming into this game. The clock stops for the substitutions. Only one substitution. It is Champagne for Medill. But let's see if Champagne, who hasn't been on the field since the first half, can get something going here for Temple. It looks like Temple finally moving their moving their team to the other side of the field for the first time in what seems like forever.
And definitely has, with a forward free kick and goalkeeper Riley taking it. Definitely looking to get the ball close, at least close to the box here.
Champagne already in a play there.
Rocco keeping the pressure going for Temple, but out on him and FIU ball.
Slowly moving up. He's moved up so far, and I'm surprised the ref didn't call that.
Campula, header finds FIU.
The ref.
Castillo on the ball, trying to find 19 on that left-hand side, Barosin for FIU, and he's got an open lane. Looking for players in the box. The cross takes a deflection. Jackson tries to save it from the corner, but they'll get it anyway. FIU has, once again, another corner, their 9th of the game for the Panthers.
Yeah, very. That's been the story all game. They've not been capitalizing on these, but maybe this is finally their chance to do so.
Here comes the cross. Deflected, and it's missed at the end there by FIU. David Huja misses on the volley, but another cross comes in from Dos Santos.
Yeah, it's a scrap for the ball right now.
Long shot attempt by
Wow.
5. Aguilar there, but that goes wide. And another goal kick for Temple. I think I've said that a lot. I think I've said that sentence a lot this game so far.
I mean, looking at the stat line today, I mean, for FIU, they both have the same amount of shots. Of course, Temple having the only shot on goal of the game, which was saved. FIU has 17 fouls.
And Temple has 2 yellows.
That's crazy that is what's happening in this game.
There's definitely a massive disparity
But
between
I mean,
the two.
this is going on towards that Memphis game level where both teams had double-digit fouls, and yet that game took about 3 hours. This game is only about an hour 45 so far.
Temple winning the throw-in off the goal kick there. Campula.
Surprised not to see a quick throw in there because it seemed like Temple had a bit of advantage with bodies, but now they're both teams are slowly coming back.
Campula trying to find Hoifgluckner, turns around the defender, but high boot there for the defender, and Hoifgluckner quick to get up, but FIU still pushing forward off of it. Egarter wins the ball back.
Loses the touch, though, a little bit. He still has
Trying
it
to find
at least.
Brown on the outside. Gets it to Brown. Temple players in the box, and
Not sure if
knocked down by the FIU defender.
Not sure if that was a shot or the cross from Brown there.
Diaz wins the ball back for Temple and gets it to Campula, pushing down this left side. Slide tackle misses
Keeps with it.
from Bettina, trying to get the cross in and pushed over the bar by Fernandez. That was a tricky cross in there by Fernandez, or to Fernandez, and wanted to choose the easiest option to get that ball out of the way.
And that was crazy because after Fernandez hit that ball out, which I didn't think that was staying in. I thought that was going over the net behind. He kind of hung on the net like he did a slam dunk in basketball. That was very impressive to see. And now Temple about to shoot their 4th corner of the game.
Here's Edgar Bazan.
No more Egarter on these corners.
Guess not. In comes the cross, straight to goalie.
And I guess that shows why.
Fernandez. And FIU really pushing this counterattack quick. Through ball there, but gets right to, finds the path of Lucas Egarter.
I think all game we haven't seen a proper counterattack set up for either side.
I think so. FIU, Castillo pushing forward. Back to Bettina.
I mean, it's been a fun game to watch, but unfortunately there's just been no goals for either side.
Aguilar trying to find the cross in. Flannan Riley quick to catch that one, and a great game so far from Flannan Riley. Not too many challenges for him so far.
No saves on the stat sheet either because there haven't been any shots on goal.
6 shots, none on goal, and not too many worries for Flannan Riley this game today.
I mean, if this game were to end right now, that's probably the story for FIU. I mean, you have the #1 guy in shots per game, and there's no shots on goal. And that's very interesting to me.
I haven't seen much from Dos Santos Monteiro
Now,
in this second half. He has been subbed in.
In the first half, he controlled the game a lot, but in the second half, he's been pretty much non-existent for FIU.
Throw in for FIU. Dos Santos can't get a foot on it, and Diaz doing a great job of using his body to get Dos Santos out of the way, and another clearance for Temple. Aguilar heads it back in. Temple. Bill now the back. Kamali Green clears it out.
Less than 4 minutes to go here for this match, and you got to believe
Castillo on the ball, looking for a player. 14, off the post. Unlucky shot there. FIU not done yet.
Wow.
But goes off a defender for the corner.
That was the
number
closest.
14, Prince. Shot near post and just missed by a few inches.
That was the closest we've been all game to seeing a goal from either side. And, I mean, Riley had full body extension
corner from FIU corner is cleared out by Egarter, and throw in.
Man.
Still in the final third here for for FIU.
Yeah, Riley, I mean, full body extension came out from him to get to that ball, and unfortunately he couldn't get a hand on it, but the post, acting like the goalie, and deflected that ball.
Bettina thrown into the box. Header out by Baizan, and Campula once again going on a run. He's got Nathan Brown forward, and the goalie's ahead, but the pass setting Nathan Brown back, going down this right-hand side. He's got players in the box. He's tripped, and there's no call.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow.
Nathan Brown falling over in the box.
That's just tough to watch for.
And no pen call.
And finally,
Temple fans are not happy with that, and I'm sure the Temple players aren't either.
It's just rough to watch. First of all, that pass, that through ball from Hoifglockner was behind him, and that was unfortunate because that stopped the main counterattack. But fortunately, Nathan Brown, he was still running. He still had possession of the ball. He gets tripped from behind, and the ref says it's all ball, which is very interesting because from my eyes, I thought I saw no ball. That would have been a penalty kick.
Well, once again, we're calling a game, and another penalty kick is not called.
Yeah, that is
Temple.
True. And believe it or not, Danny and I, last women's game, there was a potential penalty call. The ref had to go to VAR and then said that it wasn't a penalty kick. So that's 3 games in a row from me being that there was no penalty kick for either side.
FIU pushing forward now. Dos Santos Montiero get the ball in the box. No header there. Bettina missing on it. And Campula clears it out for Temple and makes it to midfield.
Less than 2 minutes to go here in Philadelphia, and I got to believe that for either side there's only going to be one more attack, and that is going to be their last chance to get a goal.
Foul call by the refs, and a free kick here for the Panthers just outside the midfield circle.
Yeah, but they're taking their time.
They're just inside.
This clock's running down. There's about to be only a minute left, and they're still taking their time with this ball.
Trying to make sure that they had the last attack in the game, it looks like.
Smart.
Long ball in from Castillo. Looking for a head. Cleared out by Kamali Green, but that's going to be a corner for FIU.
That's going to be their 11th corner of the game, and yet no shots on goal to say anything of it.
It's been a quite a confusing game, to say the least. Looking at the stat sheet, this is a very confusing game.
This is the most stat to actual gameplay difference I've ever had to commentate.
Flan and Riley gets both hands on, and they're looking for an attack now.
Less than 30 seconds to go. This is their final chance for either team.
Pushing forward. Plays it to Champagne. Taken out by Champagne, and
Champagne wants a foul call.
They're going to call a goal kick.
Oh, my goodness.
Looks like no contact on the ball, and
Champagne yelling with the ref saying that it was a foul. And that's going to do it here. Wow.
No contact on the ball, and apparently no contact on Champagne, and that stops Temple from getting a last-second opportunity for a goal.
Champagne's still trying to argue with the ref even though this game is officially over.
Well, that's going to do it for this match. 0-0 Temple FIU. Temple going to end its home record with a final record of 2-3-2. Unfortunately, Jake, who are you picking as your man of the match this game?
That's really, really rough because honestly, because there's no goals put up, you can't. If there was one goal put up, you could say that was the guy. But unfortunately, that's not the situation here on Senior Day. You never want to see a no goal game on Senior Day. But I don't think I go Flan and Riley just because there wasn't any shots on goal. So I'm looking at the stat sheet here, and who was all over the ball today? Paulo Campula
was going to say the same thing.
All over the ball today. I think I'm giving him Temple's MVP on Senior Day.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. Those 2 opportunities we saw in the second half, the 2 closest opportunities.
Every minute. There was 1, 2, 3, 4 guys to play every minute, and he was one of them.
And, I mean, those 2 opportunities, the 2 closest that Temple was to scoring in today's game, I think you have to take your hat off and thank Paulo Campula for the game he had today.
Absolutely.
Not just on the offensive end, but on the defensive end as well. But that'll do it for our broadcast and our coverage of Division I men's soccer. Temple 0, FIU 0.